Hi everyone. This is part one of this, making the housing for the air conditioner for the C7R. Right now I'm taking road wheels from the tank. There's a Sherman, and there's an early Sherman tank road wheel, and I went, no, I'm going with a piece of plastistruct. That's what I'm building it off from, the foundation, you might say. The center hole. Okay, as you can see, I got 60 thousandths card and 15 thousandths. Also the price. What I'm going to do is obviously measure the width. I'm going to make half moon notches to make the body, the part of the body that comes up out of the squirrel cage fan area. See how I'm bending it around to the center part would be where the squirrel cage would be. The little half moons there is what's going to create the sides, while that strip will create the top and the bottom. Here I'm using a paper punch, lining up with the pencil marks, trying to, and that will be glued on there, and the other one will be glued on the top part. I like using tube glue for this stuff. I do have lots of liquid glue, but I prefer it with structural members. In case you didn't know, tube glue has plastic in it, so it's a filler also. I'm just going to crudely line it up, and I do mean crude. And through the magic of movies, I don't have to wait for the dang thing to dry. Usually I put some super glue to stiffen it to where I can work on it. I'm doing a center stiffener, but I want to get it to the right height so it doesn't bulge it out. We have success. There, I'm using liquid glue there. Now I'm curling the piece that will go around the outside with getting it softened up with the pencil, then warming up my hands and just roll it thinner and thinner, or tighter and tighter. There we go. Now, obviously I'm cutting it in half, but notice I'm doing it like an 18-22 degree angle, somewhere around there like that. Then all I do is reverse it, and it creates an elbow. See, I'm showing you there in Moto IQ's photo, the housing. More plastistruct glue. even more plastic glue. Man, I used a lot of it in this model. This here will be for where the housing, I want to say, sockets over the other part of the housing. There's a bulge there where it goes together. It isn't one piece. You can see it in the photo. That's the strip that I'm imitating it for. I think I decided to go with thicker, so I'm going with the 1/8 inch again. Taking the cutting burrs off. Making them 3/8 of an inch long. Then cut them crooked. Since this is plastic molding, not everything's kind of rounded in that, so I'm sanding it, trying to get a little more plastic looking. I'm making the plastic looking. Right here I'm figuring out the other angle that will go up. It has to angle up more to get to the top where it's at. They have 2 hoses and an old style GM air vent up there. You can see it in the photo. Obviously I didn't like the angle I had. You know, vents, you guys have ever been in an old car like that? They're round and they're ball shaped, and you can turn them any direction. That's what I need right there. 2 of them. Trying to make sure I got the angle right. You can see the ball vent right there. That was a little quick. I'm removing the top off of this vacuum actuator for the controls for the heating and cooling is because it isn't shaped right to begin with, and then I just made a new one and stuck it in the right place compared to the car. And you can see I'm cutting that round cap looking thing off there. Yeah, some more plastic surgery. The patient lives. Ta-da! So that housing comes up right in there, so I have to cut a V-notch in it. That's what I'm doing now, so the housing will settle in there. And hard to figure out. I'm only going off photos, you know, so, and I'm going off a model that isn't totally accurate on the inside. This is never intended to be viewed like that. Now that I'm somewhat happy with what I did, I'm cutting out the thing that will angle it up to that area. If I don't stick it on the wrong direction. As you can see, I'm having trouble. Oh, yeah, that's the way it goes. Idiot. I had to look at the picture. Goofy. There we go, bright boy. Now you got it. Or do you?